conversation and podcasts. I wanted to show some support, trying a different time. So, welcome to the audio conversation. Today's conversation is all about support. And let me say this. I'm Marlene Motivates, your life coach, motivator, mindset shifter. I wanted to come in with this topic today about you need support, because every single one of us does. We each need support, but it's making sure that we find our support in the right space, the right places. And that's one of the reasons why I said you need support, but I don't mean from family, allegedly. That's what people call them, but family is not the people who are related to you by blood. Family are the ones that are there for you regardless. They're there for you for anything and with everything. Most individuals are confusing family with relatives because it's a very different thing. But anyhow, I wanted to start that off because the majority of people are seeking support in this world from their relatives. They're looking for it, demanding it. And of course, it causes a lot of stress and confusion. Hey, Sirius, how are you doing? Welcome. And it causes a lot of stress, a lot of confusion. So many people, they suffer with depression, feelings of worthlessness, because they are desperately seeking the support. They're desperately seeking the love from their relatives. And what happens when they won't provide that for you? And that's the reason for today's conversation. I'm glad your evening is going well. Mine as well. Thank you so much. I wanted to say this because I know many of us, because we're a motivators family. So I had to come in with this conversation since the majority of us have been in that situation, that predicament, to where we need support. We're searching for support, but we're not getting it from in our environment, from the people maybe within your own household. And that's a tough one. It's hard when the people that are your blood relatives aren't there for you and supportive of your goals, of your mental health, of your peace, and your personal growth and development. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. And at a certain point, we have to leave it where it is. We can't change people. And we most definitely have to stop blaming ourselves for sometimes it's those who are mentally ill, insecure, and immature, and so much more. Selfish. We could go on with it all day long as to why people do not give support. But the most important thing is for us to stop waiting and wasting our time. And I really want to emphasize that to everybody. Let's stop waiting and expecting, because that was me for so many years, waiting on individuals that were my relatives to be there for me like I needed them to be there for me. It's like always having this expectation, like you're waiting. Your whole life is dormant because of them. It's stagnant. It's so much misery, because who wouldn't want to be loved? Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be supported, cared on, validated. We all do. But the thing is, we have to stop expecting things from people who cannot give it to us. Yeah, it hurts. I have to tell you guys that I've shed many tears from my lack of, I don't understand why, and questioning, am I a bad person, and all of those things. I went through the full gamut of it, blaming myself and feeling I was insufficient, or maybe I wasn't a good person. But no, don't blame yourself, okay? Some people just have not come into their womanhood or their manhood yet. They have not matured. They have not healed, nor do they want to. See, and that's the hard part. Oh yeah, it's purposely serious. The whole part about it is that the majority of us, we are waiting. You know, I waited for distant relatives. I waited for siblings. I even waited for to some extent for my parents to treat me a certain way. But we have to come to the space where we are okay with this is just how they are. And when we do that, we give ourselves some freedom. We stop beating up ourselves. We stop expecting things from somebody that cannot give us what we need. Yes, serious. YouTube is really tripping on this app. I was not able to get my avatar to come up. I came in and I came out several times. I did one live and it wouldn't do it either. So I think it's a glitch right now. So I apologize, guys, but I was not able to be on camera tonight. But I wanted to stop what I needed to say, because I know if I didn't say this now, something else was going to come up and I was probably not going to cover this topic. But I did want to say to everybody, you deserve to be supported. I want you to really think about that. I want you to let that marinate. Let it sink in. Okay? Hey, realists, how are you doing? Happy Saturday. We have to really let that sink in and let it marinate until you get to the space where you believe it. Okay? I deserve to be supported. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be respected, appreciated, and it all comes to this space right here. And if we're not, we have to give ourselves the permission to let people go. Hi, Tisharia. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. We have to give ourselves the permission to let them go. It's one of those things, is either you're going to sink or you're going to drown. You're going to sink or you're going to swim. You're going to either rise to the occasion and save yourself, or you're going to keep letting people drown you. Yes, doing well. Thank you. Glad to hear it. But that was the thing. I don't know how many of you, how many of my motivators family, where you've been drowning for quite a long period of time. I can't lie about it. I was drowning for a long time, and I didn't know that it was up to me to rescue myself. It was up to me to save myself, because trust and believe, there are many people who are our relatives or alleged friends or alleged loved ones that are the reason why we feel unsupported. They're not going to support your goals, your dreams, anything that it comes to do with you, because they don't care about you. And that's just what it is. There's no sugarcoating. There's no, we're not going to sidestep. We're just going to look at it and confront it and say what it is. We have to be real. You got to be honest and stop looking at life through rose-colored glasses. Yes. Same, realists. Same. And the thing about it is that we have that expectation of thinking things are going to change. Maybe if I'm just patient a little while longer, one day they'll get on board, right? One day they'll support me. One day they'll love me. But you have to ask yourself, why are you waiting? Why are you waiting for them to love you? Why are you waiting for them to change? And you know what it is? If a person wanted to change, they would. Obviously, some people don't want to. They're very comfortable. They like how they live. They like how they treat you. They like just being selfish and being in their own world. Some people are only consumed by their problems. They never think that another person exists and has things going on. So that's really the reason for this conversation that I wanted to have, is that we have to stop waiting for something that we'll never have. And that's, as hard as it is a pill to swallow, it's the truth. It is the truth. It's hard for us to digest it, and we don't understand it because we're not that way. Usually the nicest, kindest people, the most supportive people, they can count on one hand the people who support them back, the people who are there for them, the people who has their back. And that saddens me so much, because it means that we got to do some work on ourselves. Because if, when you're going through something, if you can't look around and have somebody that you can reach out to, somebody who is just going to say, what's going on? I haven't heard from you today. It doesn't have to be in big matters. That's what most will not understand. It doesn't have nothing to do with money, because for most of us, we know that everybody is just trying to make it. Most people are just trying to survive. So we understand that people can't financially help us. But there is emotional support. There's mental support. There's spiritual support. And just the regular checking, like, are you okay? They're having a good day? Can I do anything for you? There's all of those things. Hey, Nate, how are you doing? Yes, serious, probably not. Most people, probably not. They do not care about you. And that right there is where we're going to start today's chit chat, audio discussion, because we need support. You need support. I need support. Every single person needs to be supported. And one thing that we have to learn is that if we're not getting the support from those said individuals in our lives, cut them off. Cut ties. Do not pass go. Keep on moving. Because if they do not care enough about you to check on you, to be there for you, to listen to you, to do things for you as well, then why are you wasting your time, your resources on them? You have to elevate your mind before your life will become elevated. And I hear people say all the time, oh, I have to do that. That's my relatives. Or people so casually say, that's my family. No, it's not. Because family doesn't do that. Either does a friend, either does somebody who loves you romantically. If somebody really loves you, they're going to support you. They're going to. They're going to find a way. They may not be able to give you to support you every single time, but they're going to find a way. They're going to find a way to tap in, to check on you, to show up, to see you, to find time in their schedule to spend with you. They're going to find ways and means to support you, but we are the ones that have to demand it, not just ask for it. We have to demand support. So let's get into point number one. We all deserve to be supported, but the thing about it is that we have to set those boundaries. Now, that's the hardest thing when we probably have been for so many years not setting boundaries, allowing anything, letting people run over us, talk dirty to us, not support us, ghost us, and then you just let them come back, keep coming back, keep coming back. No. Literally, if you have to block their phone number, do that. If you need to pull yourself away from them, going around them, then do that. You have to learn to choose yourself. You have to learn how to support yourself. And I have to tell you guys that it took me many years for me to come to a space in my life where I felt like I deserved to be supported. Because when you've been so used to not getting anything, that you tolerate it, you feel like it's normal, and it's not normal. It's not normal, and it's not okay. It's not. So you have to train people how to treat you. And if you show them, no, I can no show. I can ghost them. I can disrespect them. I can ask for money. I can beg and borrow, never repay. I can do anything I want to them. See, you train them. You train them to be that way. Sirius says, "Oh no, I wash my hands of them." I know that's right, Sirius. And we have to. And no matter how hard it is, and I know you may shed some tears, you probably miss the relationship, but if somebody can't appreciate you and give you back, that's not a relationship. That person is using you. That's what we have to understand. No matter what you say and how much you love them, they don't love you back. Because if they did, they would support you in some way. They would make a way and not make excuses. Now, Sirius says, "I don't ask for validation from anyone. I wasted too much time looking for that external validation. I've learned that people will not only give you what you give them, don't meet them where they are." Yes. So true, Sirius. That's one of the things that until I started working on myself and healing insecurities, healing how I allow people to treat me, it's very powerful when you heal that and you're like, that's not acceptable. No, I don't have to take that. And I want you guys to think about that the next time somebody does something to you. You don't got to take that. You don't have to allow it, regardless of who they are. No, it's not acceptable. And all the excuses, you let it fall on deaf ears, because they're always going to say sorry. Because if somebody is truly sorry, they would change their behavior. But if somebody keeps apologizing, but they're never shifting anything, you never see any work being done, then they're just making excuses. They're just trying to stick around to use you some more. Some people never want to elevate. They never want to pull themselves out of the mud. They like being stuck. They like being in low spaces. They like complaining about life, but they're not willing to make any changes and mature. Maybe like you have. Nate says, "Cross my boundaries and I cross you off." I can understand that, Nate. I can understand that. And for many of us, as mature women and as mature men, I'm sure you've come to that space to understand that. You've probably been ghosted, and that feeling like, what, they're just not going to no-show, or they're just going to not talk to me, or they're just going to treat me this way or disrespect me. You have to get to the space where you're sick and tired of it before you can stop it. And just like Sirius said, you are the one that has to stop waiting for people to validate you, that external validation, and you have to have internal validation. You know, I always speak about how important it is for us to work on our inner self, to heal the things that maybe somebody said about you, or maybe it's the way you were raised, that it was acceptable for you to always be put last, for you to always feel like you had to save and help everybody, and you always had to be the last option. Like, oh, it's okay next time. No, it's not okay. No, it's not okay. Rudeness is not okay. Ghosting you is not okay. Disrespect is not okay. Drama, it's not all right. See, people will expect for you to bend over backwards for them, do this, do that, and they'll keep coming. The more they keep asking, more and more and more, they want more from you. But what are they giving to you? How are they pouring into you? How do they fill up your cup? And this brings me to point number 2. You have to ask for what you want. See, and it doesn't mean that because you ask, you're going to receive it, but as mature adults, we have to ask for what we want. And if somebody can't, if we've asked for it and they cannot provide it, then you know what to do next. You know what to do next. It's not that we're not doing that anymore, Motivators family. Asking, will you be there for me? Won't you call me? How come you don't love me? No, we're not doing that. We love ourselves. We are worthy. We are capable. We're bright beams of light. When you're empowered and you love yourself, don't take garbage treatment. Don't be the last option. Don't feel like they're the only person, that they mean everything to you when you mean nothing to them. That right there, when that really sunk in, I was like, wow, yeah. We have to stop allowing people to be everything to us. And then it's okay that we're nothing to them. No, that's not all right. It does not compute. The math is not mathing at all. Yes, exactly, Nate. Selfish, only concerned with who's supporting them. They're only concerned about themselves. You know, those egotistical persons, and they're very good at manipulators. The people who are very non-supportive are very good at manipulating. You always do something to them. You always set me off. Or they want to argue with you. They always want to question why and how come. Like, why do you have that boundary? And how come I can't do this? And how come I can't do that? They're only concerned with what benefits them. They do not care about how are you benefiting? How is your mental health? Do you feel loved? Are you tired? Do you need anything? They don't think about those things. And that's why we have to learn how to choose ourselves. That brings us to point number 3. You have to choose yourself. You have to choose yourself. I said it again for those in the back who didn't hear it, because maybe for many like myself, you got so used to always being last. Okay, I'll do it tomorrow. Always putting off your goals, always putting off your dreams, never doing the things that you like, always allowing everybody to have the first choice, and you never speak up and ask for what you really want. Let's stop doing that. I'm not saying that you can't do things for others and help other people, but you can't be the last option. You can't be the last option. That doesn't work. And that's the reason why you feel so down, so sad, so discouraged, because you're not fighting for yourself. You're not protecting your own heart. You're not working on your goals and what benefits you. You're not using your talents and your gifts, because let me tell you guys something. And this brings me to the 4th point. When you are not getting the support that you need, you stop living. You stop thriving. You don't even think about goals. I know that I kept my life on pause for so many years dealing with certain individuals. Always, my life was on pause for so many years. Oh, can you help me with this? And you always are helping. And it's so draining. You're doing so much. You're exhausted. And they don't even say thank you. Actually, before you even finish doing something, they're asking you to do something else. No, we're not doing any fixer uppers. We're not doing any more projects, motivators family, You're not putting people back together. You're not helping people to be what you want them to be. We're allowing people to be who they are and then making the decision that I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't want that. It's not beneficial to me. Because if a person doesn't know how to see that you also need, if they don't know how to pour into you when they see that you're tired, you're sad, and they don't know how to encourage you, how to upbuild you, empower you, and say nice things to you, ask you how's your day, how can they help you, then get rid of them. Yep. Yes, I understand, serious. I'm not in that business either. I am not the person who is just going to, those individuals who are always whining about their problems. And it's like, hello, you are not the only person in the world that has problems. And you can get so consumed with helping and supporting people who are your relatives or quote unquote friends or a spouse or this person or that. You can get so consumed in being the supporter that you forget that you needed to be supported. I lived that. I've been there. I've done that, bought the t-shirt, and I'm not going back there again. It's exhausting to always be the person to support everyone, and nobody ever thinks about the strong ones. Right? Nobody thinks about the strong, man, that you're such a supportive sister or brother or son or spouse or employee. You're so supportive. You're so good to them. You help them so much. No appreciation, no gratitude. There's no loyalty. It's just like whatever. You didn't do anything for me. Like, if you didn't want to do it, then you shouldn't have done it. It's that sort of disrespect that really grinds my gears. It's you empty yourself. You drain yourself completely of everything. And all you get is disrespect, emptiness, stress. You feel hollow inside. Yeah. And it's just not working, right? Yes, which they are. Yes, realists, they play that woe is me role. Oh, yeah. They always have some sad sob story. Oh, this is happening to me, and nobody likes me, and I feel everybody's against me. They're always involved in some sort of drama. They never have two nickels to rub together, but they're not talking about how they don't budget. They're living, they're not living in their means, or they're lazy. They don't work. There are a lot of situations, and we have to stop sugarcoating and seeing things from rose-colored glasses and see the reality. There's the perception versus the reality. We perceive that things are a certain way, but is it really that way? Or have we allowed our minds to think that it's that way? I know for sure I've enabled many people in my life. I've allowed them. I've believed them. And we enable them to disable them. We help them to become dysfunctional. And you got to cut that off so that you can feel the support that you deserve. Okay? Exactly. Exactly. Serious. Let's see what I missed. Sirius says, support is a two-way street. I'm not pouring myself into anyone that's not pouring themselves into me equally. And don't. You know, one thing that I've learned as I'm maturing, I don't offer my time. I don't offer my resources if they're not offering their time or their resources first. Okay, cool. You have to see that they're putting in some effort. They're putting in some concern. They're putting in some compassion. They're extending compassion. They're showing up for you, like without asking. For me, that is a really big deal when it comes to me and dealing with people. Is that what have you done for me? How are you showing support? And I don't mean a lip service. How are they showing up for you? Are they showing up for you spiritually? Empowering your mind? Helping, supporting, motivating you, saying motivational things to you? It's more than just financial. It's a lot of things involved, and a lot of people don't understand that part. Yes, Realist says some fools can't even spell support. Yeah, they can't spell it, and they don't care. They don't care anything. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's what you learned. Yes, they can't pronounce it either. Serious, can they? Yeah, and that is really one of the most important things about support is that we allow people to disrespect us. We allow people to ghost us, to no show, to gain power over our mind. And we're the ones that we have to remember. We're in control of what we think. We're in control of what we allow. We're in control of how we show up, because we need to be pouring into ourselves, not waiting for other people to pour into us. We have to learn how to support ourselves first. We have to know boundaries. And you have to say no. That is not optional, Motivators family. It's not optional. Yeah, you're going to do the right thing, or you will be blocked out of my life permanently. And period. And put that on everything. Okay? Don't let people disrespect you like that. Yep. We allowed our minds to see it that way. And that's one of the things that we have to heal that part. We really do. We have to heal that. And give ourselves the permission to say, this is how I was raised, but we have to shift that negative mindset, negative attitudes, dysfunction, and we have to heal that part and say, no, I don't have to take it. No, I don't have to stick around. No, I don't have to do anything for you. I don't have to give you money. I don't have to do nothing for anybody because you are grown. If somebody doesn't know how to be mature, leave them alone. Okay? Hi, Real Odds and Evens. How are you doing? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. As I stated before, I'm not giving anyone unlimited access to me. Yes, I know. And I'm the same way. When you go, like, when you turn your phone off, it's those people who make the demands. I was trying to call you. I was trying to do this, being rude and that, like, wait a minute, who do you think you're talking to? I'm not talking to a little kid. I'm all the way grown over here. You better show some respect. And then they want to pull back. Well, I was calling to ask you. Well, so what? Yeah, it really isn't hard to show love back, is it, Realist? It's not. It's not hard to show love back. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's really up to us. And that's why I wanted to say to every single one of you that each and every one of us deserves to be supported. You deserve to be supported. So make sure you're taking some time to support yourself and that you're pouring into yourself. You know, you're doing all of the things to show that you love yourself. You're spending time with yourself. You're encouraging yourself. You're empowering yourself and giving yourself the permission to thrive. I can't tell you guys how hard that will be in the beginning, but eventually the more that you do it, the more that I've learned to speak over my life and tell myself I am victorious. There's nothing that I can't do. Even if you have to walk a road alone, it's fine. It's cool. You'll learn how powerful you are. You'll learn that you are courageous and that you don't need other people's drama and negativity. It probably will be more pleasant to do some things on your own. And I did want to say this, that we all need support, but we have to look for support. If you're not getting it from your relatives or the people who are around you in your environment, you got to look for them, you know? And I say this all the time. You have to find support groups. You have to find mentors and coaches, but it's your job. It's your job if you're not doing well mentally to get mental support. It's your job if you're not getting spiritual support to get spiritual support. We have to advocate for ourselves. You got to feed and nourish your own self. You got to put your oxygen mask on. I say that all the time, everybody. Put on your oxygen mask first. Make sure that you are breathing because there's so many of us that wasn't breathing for a long period of time. And I can include myself in that. You know, I don't have no shame in it. You're trying to help everybody survive and breathe and this savior complex, saving everybody, protecting everybody. But who is saving and protecting you? Who? Let's see what I missed in the comment section. Real Odds and Evens has been so busy this week, but had to check in. Hey, Marlene. Thank you, Real Odds and Evens. I really appreciate, I know you all are busy. I know everybody got stuff going on, and I appreciate the moments, the minutes, the seconds that you guys give to support me on this platform. It does not go unnoticed. I appreciate you guys. Realist says they wasn't hardly trying to call. They weren't trying to do nothing, you know. And I can think of something that happens every time there's a get together, and you don't see people for years, and then one day you see them somewhere, and they say, "Hey, let's get together." Let's get together. You know, with that fake plastic smile. Yeah, let's get together. Oh yeah, it'll be wonderful. And I'm like, I was like, you can save that. I was like, I'm really busy. I don't even bother anymore about giving my phone number out or, oh, where do you live now? And where? Don't even go through that whole spiel because I already know what time it is. I'm not the one. Okay. No. Oh, you're looking good. Or you're looking nice. So what do you have going on? Don't worry about what I have going on. Okay? Don't worry about what I have going on, because if you were in my life, you would know. And because you don't know, that's another reason why people don't support you. When you start feeding yourself, when you start feeding yourself and empowering yourself and you're looking good, you're taking care of yourself, you know, good things are happening to you in your life. And they see that you're moving on with your life without them. It burns them up. Okay? It burns them up. Rods and Evens is laughing. Realist says, I don't mind showing it. You always support. Yep. Get together to sit there looking fake and crazy. Isn't that the truth, Realist? I'm just like, I'm not the one. I used to do it all the time. And it's the same people all the time, always saying, every time you see them, hey, Let's get together. Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh, you're looking good. What do you have going on? Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get together on Friday. Okay. You give them your phone number. Oh, after how many times have you given your phone number? How many times do you tell them where you live? Like, you've been living in the same place, but they still don't know where you live, but they claim they know you and your friends or your family with them, right? And it's like, yeah, that's weird. It's giving toxic energy, and it's giving fakeness, and we don't need that in our life. Okay? Exactly, real odds and evens. So, the more you know. I don't know if you guys remember that. I'm probably aging myself, but that used to be a thing on one of those shows. I can't remember, but it used to be, they used to teach something. It was like a teachable moment. The more you know, okay? When you find out that people don't support you, stop supporting them. It's simple. 1 + 1 equals what, class? Okay? Sirius says, what is real support? Rhetorical question. No matter how much you support someone, it's not enough for some. Yes, and those are the ones, those draining people. I call them leeches. Like real literal leeches that sucks the blood out of you. A real leech in life is going to drain you from everything. They're going to drain you spiritually, emotionally, financially, and when it gets towards the end, they're going to start draining you physically. They're going to put you in an early grave if you don't stop supporting these toxic people, manipulative, controlling, jealous people. It will put you in an early grave. Mm-hmm. And I see it all the time in my line of work. I see it all the time. Doing so much for kids and grandkids and this person and that person and spouse or whoever they're with, and doing so much, bending over backwards until they wind up in the hospital. And the next thing they say, they didn't make it. We don't want that to be us. I already said, that's not going to be me. No, ma'am. No, sir. That's not going to be me. See, I hope that I've learned from my ancestors. I hope that I've learned from situations. I hope I've learned from when I was immature or when I was gullible, okay, when I was easily swayed. But these days now, we're mature, right? Motivators family, we're mature over here. We're healed over here. We know our worth. We know what we deserve. Don't let nobody play in your face. Don't let people play with your money. Stop giving out money. Letting people borrow, quote unquote. They still haven't paid back what you gave them the last time. So just stop. It's a PSA. Just stop. Stop giving away your money. Just don't. Just don't do it. Because it brings in drama. Okay? Yes. Let's see what I missed. Okay. Realist says, I missed you. I was worried about you. Then you actually call and they don't come to the phone. Or how about this one? They say they miss you. We should get together. And then when you do call and say, let's get together. Oh, I'm busy tomorrow. Okay. Let's get together Friday. Oh, I'm busy Friday. Oh, yeah, I'm working. And every day that you say they're busy. So if a person really wants to spend quality time with you, you make time for what's important. Trust and believe. It doesn't matter if it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. For people that I care about and I love, I'm going to wake my butt up. I'm going to rise up. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to be tired. Probably my eyes are going to be crossing. But I'm going to show up and support. Like, are you okay? Are you good? You're going to do that for the people that you support. You're never going to be too tired. That's just an excuse that people make because they don't want to do anything for you because they don't care about you, period. And that's what it is. Exactly, serious. For me, it's really just meeting me halfway. If you see me, being genuine. That's what it is. Just come to the fork in the road, you know. I don't mean for you to do, you don't have to do too much. I'm not a person that you got to be doing the most. For me, a simple text. Hey, how are you doing today? Good morning. I hope you have a great day. Or how's your day going so far? Can I do anything for you? Or just saying positive messages. I'm proud of you. I love you. That's important stuff. Yep. That's true though. It's not enough for certain. It's never enough. Never. So when you know that it's never enough for them, cut them all the way off. Okay? Do you guys hear me? Cut them all the way off. Sarah says, my pocketbook my pocketbook is closed. Fellas, same with the wallet. Close that wallet, fellas. Okay? Close the wallet. Ladies, close your pocketbook. Also, what is it called? Cut off your debit card, your credit cards, your everything. Cut off the financially supporting people who have never and will never give you $1. Cut them all the way off. Hey, Leonica, how are you doing? Welcome. So, you know, I think that's something that's very important. And I used to feel guilty for so many years. I know that I'm not the only one in this category, but I was definitely the one that used to feel guilty for such a long period of time because I wanted to do something for myself. And it used to really set me off, like really irritate me. Like, I mean, like, you know how that vein in your head, it would be like pulsing? That's how mad it would make me when they would never find any ways or means to support me back. You know, it really would set me off. Like my blood pressure was all the way off, but they always want you to support them. Rilla says, especially if you know they wouldn't give it to you. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That is what drives me crazy. And they want to control. Do you know any people who are non-supportive that are trying to count your money? It's like, wait a minute. Telling you, oh, you can afford it. You have it. So, or your credit is good. Yeah. Why do you think my credit is good? Because I pay my bills on time. Because, you know, I go to work. Because I'm responsible. Because I financially plan. I budget. You know, I'm responsible. I'm mature. You know, it's like, try that one for yourself. It's crazy how people want to count your money, or the ones that know when you get paid, or the ones that always want to show up around income tax time. Ooh, those are the ones that kill me. Those are the ones that kill me. Oh yeah, I got you at income tax time, or I'm gonna get you back on payday, and you haven't seen them jokers since. You ain't seen them since. Every time if you run to them, they turn their backs, or they cross on the other side of the road. They're not trying to pay you back. That's a scam. They ran a scam on you. I bet you all better learn that lesson. You know, when someone does something to you once, don't let them do it again. And do not let those people come back in your life. Block them out. Block them out your life. Okay? You're going to be very miserable and very unhappy if you don't. Most certainly will. You're going to be miserable and unhappy for the rest of your life. But anywho, I wanted to come on and to say these points, but mainly the most important thing about this audio conversation today really was to say, we each have to learn how to support ourselves. So whether you're at the beginning of that journey, you're just learning, you're a newbie in it, it's okay. Be patient with yourself. Find out what you want. Take care of yourself. Self-care is important. Your overall wellness, protecting your mental health, but you got to support yourself. If you're not okay, that takes priority. That takes the priority. Not what they want, not what they need, not their manipulation tactics, not that they're upset. That does not supersede you, supersede how you're feeling. How you feel matters. Realist says, when we were down and out without a penny to throw in a wishing well, they wasn't thinking about us. That's the truth, though. You know, I always say that everybody comes on hard times, because I have many times in my life come on hard times, and everybody needs a helping hand from time to time. But the thing about it is, but when things are going good in your life, do you help another person? Are you supporting another person? Are you blessing somebody else? Or are you only in the season of only holding your hand out, but you never extend it? My dad used to say something, don't be tight-fisted. And that's one thing that irritates me so much now that I am older and more mature. I do not like people who are cheap. I don't like it. And it has nothing to do with income. You can have a very low income but still be very generous. It's not about what you make. It's about what you do with what you have. It doesn't have to be a lot. Like people say, oh, I wish I could help you, but all I have is $5. $5 is $5. $10 is $10. 50 is 50. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But some people, they always, I guess maybe they want to do something big or grand for you, but that's not what counts. It's the thought. It's the care. It's like, can I donate? Or I even say, it may not even be a donation for the small amount, a tip. I just want to, maybe I could buy 1 gallon of gas for you. Maybe I could buy the bread to go with your lunch or something like that. But it's just the thought, the care, the concern. For me, that holds a very heavy weight. It's not about how much a person does, but it's the thought that they thought of you, that they thought of me, that they cared, that they asked. And especially the ones that will pull up. Because I'm definitely one. If I haven't heard from you in a while and I support you and I haven't heard from you, I have not, seen you eye to eye. Oh, yeah, I'm going to pull up on you. I'm like, I haven't seen you in a while. And you say you're okay. But I say all the time, I am that friend. I am that person that if I have not seen you, I need to really know that you are really okay. And I'm going to knock on your door. Oh, yeah. It's like, what's going on in here? Because there's a lot of people that we love that will never ask for anything. So you got to check on those strong people too. Strong people need support. Strong people need motivation. Strong people need love. Even though some people don't think that way. But you got to save yourself. And you got to save your strong people too. Rilla says, when we were down, oh yeah, I read that. Rilla says, let you get a few dollars and see how fast they pop up. Yes, anytime something is good is happening in your life, they'll pull up on you really quickly. Right, realist. Sirius says, I hate when they pocket watch you and dry bag. Serious, I can't tell you how much I hate when people are dry beggars. I hate it. Like, don't count my money. Don't tell me how to spend my money. Because they weren't there when you were working. They weren't there when you were paying your bills on time. They weren't there when you were stressed out working and budgeting. They weren't there. So it's like, don't come over here with that mess, because I'm not the one. You know? Don't be the one. Remember, everybody, remember, you got to support yourself. You got to friend yourself and be there for yourself by any means necessary. You know, sometimes you have to literally move away from a toxic environment to get away from people. Sometimes you got to block people. You know, I've even had to, for a time, take a break from social media so that I could be okay. You know, you can't support everybody. You do have to think about yourself, put on your oxygen mask, especially when you're going through something. You got to be there for yourself first. You got to be okay. As Sirius says, right, or the two. Yeah, I always say I'm not the one, and Sirius always says or the two. So that's what I came on to say. I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. I know that it's Saturday night and you guys probably have some things that you got to take care of. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in, tapping into this audio conversation. I felt like it was a great one, and I am looking forward to the next one when we do the next audio conversation. I'm hoping to extend this to improve it and make it better. I'm trying to work on my office space so that it can be such to where it's going to be like a podcast and things like that. But you know how it goes, guys. You got to have the math has to start mathing. So when that happens, it happens. But until then, you're going to get a black screen. Just focus on the message. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate every single one of you. Love yourself, respect yourself, show up for yourself, and support yourself, because you are more than enough. You're worthy, capable, but don't let people drain you, use you, and abuse you. You don't deserve that, and you don't have to take it. Realist says, or the third. Yes, thank you, Sirius. Yeah, it's a great conversation. I really appreciate you guys with your comments. It makes the conversation and topic really flow very nicely. So I appreciate you guys. And if you guys are not tuned into my awesome mods, a realist one here, hashtag slide accordingly, Nate the Great, a podcast, Leonica. Yeah, you can check them out. And my awesome super moderator, Sirius S. of Virgo from Georgia. Check her out. Okay? Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. I'm Marlene Motivates, your life coach, motivator, hashtag mindset shifter. I appreciate every single one of you. You know what I say over here on Marlene Motivates? Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.